God Ausere, tapping back in with you once again right here from the House of Ancestors. Listen. I want to say this, you know, um, as we enter in the, you know, northern hemisphere into the winter solstice, right? This right here, we just crossed over the winter solstice, which we are still in that vortex, so it's not over. This right here is something that's coming to me, and I just want to bring this message. So, you know, right now is not a time to be. Um, Now is not a time to just be overly anxious or overly concerned with what you see externally. This is a time of inner work, inner reflection. You know, we're talking about the winter season, moving into winter. If you want to know exactly where you should be, just take a look at nature. You know, because a lot of people don't take time out to be still at this time of the year. And this is why you feel an imbalance within yourself, because you're not moving in accordance with nature. Nature slows down at this time of the year. This is the time when nature is still. You remember, we go through the 4 seasons. And remember, spring represents birth, rebirth. Okay, summer is representative of life, thriving. Everything is alive. You know, fall is representative of the dying phase. You know, everything starts to die, starts to calm down. You start to see the leaves change color and fall from the tree. Everything falls in the fall. In autumn, it represents the fall of everything. And by the time winter comes, everything has fallen, and therefore the death has occurred. This is an incubation period. So this is the moment where you should be still, be quiet, and look inward. You know, you can't force anything. So look, if you're not living in divine alignment with nature, look at her. She's not busy right now. Everything is quiet. This is why you should be quiet. Listen, shut the fuck up. Just do that for a second. Shut the fuck up. And I'm talking about the inner chatter too, the mental chatter you keep telling yourself. The reason why is because you keep consuming shit. If you're over consuming social media, you keep looking at what everybody's doing. You keep paying attention to everything outside of yourself. You're not going to want to go inward. This is what you should be doing now. This is a time of letting old situations die, you know, and being, you know, so that you can restore yourself. You know, prepare yourself. This is the moment right here. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your moment. Don't miss it by not slowing down and stopping. Remember, winter symbolizes death. This is when everything dies, everything stops and goes within. So when you look at the winter season, you know, you're looking at everything stopping and going inside. When it's cold outside, mind you, right? This is winter season. So what do you do when it's cold outside? You notice when it's cold outside, a lot of your animals, you still see some animals with lots of fur, but you don't see animals out like that. Why? Because they go into hibernation mode. They're sleeping. They're in hibernation. So when it's cold outside, what do? You go inside. So this is why it's time to go inside, go within yourself, as your body is your temple. And this is where you go. And this is where you go right now to get the answers that you need. And it is much more peaceful inside than it is out there. Trust me. But no, you want to be outside. Oh, you know, all of this. Oh, we outside talk. Like, you outside in the winter? Still outside, huh? Can't stay out of the clubs. I get it, man. I've been there, you know. I get it, so it's no judgment. But I'm saying this is why I can speak like this from experience, because I've been there. So like, sit your ass down for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Or for a month or two, like it's winter, or for a week, or for whatever, for a moment. Life don't stop, but you should take a moment. This is a powerful time right now, man. The energy is very, very much, oh man, the energy right now is very accessible. It's very charged. If you can sense the energy in the atmosphere is very charged right now. This is a good time to tap in. This is a good time to tap in and focus in on what it is that you want to bring into your existence. It's a good time to just be. Be silent, be still. Again, watch the nature, as she moves through her cycles. You should be one with her. And a lot of us have gotten out of sync with nature. We don't live according to the same divine patterns. So as she's going through her cycles and seasons, you have to go through those same things. And this is what your body is trying to tell you. This is why you might feel a little bit tired on some days. You might feel energized, but you might feel like, okay, mentally, you don't really want to do a lot of thinking. You don't want to do a lot of consuming. You just want to be. You want to sit in stillness, and you want to be at peace. You want to be still. This is that moment. Everybody's always focusing outwardly, man. Like, there's nothing out there, and this is why a lot of people become depressed this time of the year. You get what you call the winter blues. The winter blues is when you become real sad. And mind you, in the wintertime, especially in most locations, there's a lack of sunlight. And so for people with melanin, especially when you don't have a lot of sunlight and you have a darker skin complexion, you have more melanin. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lack vitamin D. Vitamin D is responsible for your mood. Vitamin D is responsible for helping to produce serotonin in the body. It helps with the brain chemistry, dopamine. All of these things, vitamin D helps elevate your mood. And so during the winter months, you get that, you can't get enough vitamin D because your main source of vitamin D is the sun. And you don't get as much of it because, number one, the sun is not at a high enough angle, to give off the optimal amount of sunlight. You can still get some vitamin D from the sun depending on where you live, but you're not going to get as much of it. Also, vitamin D is absorbed through the skin, and the more skin you have exposed, the more vitamin D that you can receive from the sunlight. But in the winter months, our bodies are more covered up, meaning we have on jackets, coats, scarves, and all of these things. So there's not enough skin exposure to the sunlight for us to actually get enough vitamin D. This is one of the reasons why the mood is not the same for a lot of people. This is why it's important that you take a break from all of the stimuli so that you can charge. There are ways, so that's one reason why you get the winter blues. Another reason is because this thing we call Christmas, you know what I'm saying? This pagan holiday that they have given you, but in all actuality, if you look at this day, a lot of people are sad, depressed because, people go all out for one day and they trying to figure out how they can buy this and buy that. This is because the programming is so deeply embedded into the mind that you feel like you got to go out and buy all this shit for one day, and people don't have gifts that they wanted, and all of this shit creates depression because you feel like you have to live up to this certain day, this moment, because you're stuck in a cycle, and it creates more depression. This is one of the most depressing times of the fucking year for a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be that way. The winter blues, it's actually a magical time right now, though. Can you feel this energy? The energy feels amazing. It feels incredible. It's highly charged depending on your frequency. So what are you doing? If you don't unplug, you're not going to be able to feel this energy that I'm speaking of right now. So you got to take the phone. Like when you get away, get off of social media. I'm telling you, do that. You know what I'm saying? Go on a social media fast right now while we in this solstice. And you're going to see a huge difference in your energy. You know what I'm saying? Because people still like to be so plugged in, and, it's okay for you to tap in here or there every now and again. And, as long as you looking at something or consuming something that is going to actually raise your frequency, or, something that's going to actually, you know, boost your vibration to a new level. That's cool from time to time here and there. But like right now is a time for going within, you know. And so, again, man, talking about Christmas and all of that, you know what I'm saying? We really talking about the birth of the sun. You know what I'm saying? The sun actually falls, to the lowest point at around this time of the year, and then it's born again on Christmas Day. The sun begins to rise again on Christmas Day, and that sunlight, that sun is the same sun that is, referenced in the Biblios Helios Bible, meaning book of the sun, which is why it's called the book of the sun, because the sun is risen again. It's the birth of the sun. They call it the birth of Christ. It's the birth of the sun. You know what I'm saying? And so, they took it and they made it, all of these things is like allegory. But, look at nature this time of the year and be one with nature. Go within. You're not tapped in with nature, you're not going to be able to experience, this increased energy. You're not going to be able to, bring things into existence, into manifestation the way you need to, because you're all out of whack. You're out of balance. There's no mayat in your energy. You have to call mayat back to your energy to balance the scales, to balance your energy. It's not there, So, again, man, this time of the year, right now in this moment, is a time to go deeply within, and make sure that when you go within, man, you take a close look at yourself. And in the word that Spirit is giving me right now is patience. This is a season of patience. You got to get, you have to be patient. This is teaching you patience. This is why everything seems to stop and slow down this time of the year, because this is when you are supposed to slow down from running around, being so busy, doing X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean stop being productive. See, there's a difference between being productive and just being busy. Being productive does not mean you have to be constantly running around crazy like you just like a chicken with his head cut off. That's not what it means to be productive. You're just busy. Busy for no damn reason at all besides just to be busy, creating more anxiety. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? And observe. Become the observer. Just sit down and be still and allow yourself to reflect. Look within. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking out there for the answers. You're not going to find them out there. Google ain't got it. Google ain't got your answers. AI ain't gonna fix this shit. You have to look inside of you. AI is only responding to your subconscious mind, what you thinking about anyway. This is why you can think about something, and then right when you go on Google, it'll pop up on there, because the artificial intelligence is pulling from your mind. It's pulling from your thought. Your thoughts are out there in the quantum field, and the AI is able to pull information from the quantum field in order to generate a result for you. So you think AI is so special, but really it's only taking the things that you already know and regurgitating the information back to you. This is why you have to unplug, because there's a lot of static out there in the energetic field. If you are over consuming technology, you got to unplug from that shit for a moment so that you know the difference. There's technology in nature. You want to experience real technology, man? Listen, go put your hands on a tree and watch how that tree moves. Watch the technology in that tree. You know what I want to share with you, man? When the earth, right now, the planet has been so charged up that, when you go out and you walk and you put your feet on the ground, and you really are activating, you really got to feel the energy or visualize the energy of the earth or of the planet moving up into the soles of your feet. And when I tell you, personally, the experiences that I've had doing this over these past several months has been unreal. It's been very powerful. It's not new to me, but these new energies coming in has been very powerful. You can really feel the earth energy long after. Listen, so I can tell you this: grounding in nature, being out there in nature, I've been able to ground, put my feet on the ground, and when I tell you, days later, I can still feel a tingling sensation in the soles of my feet, as if I'm still the energy from the earth is still moving in through the soles of my feet, and I can feel that energy tingling in the soles of my feet from just standing on the earth barefoot and actually visualizing that energy moving up. I can still feel it days later, weeks later after doing this, and I do this often. So that's how powerful this energy is. That's when you are in tune. I can feel the earth's frequency inside of me even when I'm not outside. This is what you need to do, because I'm telling you, this is how you ground that energy. All electromagnetic energy, all EMFs, all ELFs, extra low frequencies that you pick up from your electronic devices have to be what we call grounded. So whenever you are consistently looking at your screens, your computers, your phones, you are actually, weakening your aura, because the energy that's coming from these devices are actually, working on your auric field. And also they are, this energy is you absorb. Basically, you are like a sponge. You are absorbing all of these harmful energy waves. And so whenever you place your feet on the ground or you go ground, what happens when you do a grounding exercise, you're grounding the energy out to balance it out. And so you're able to, diffuse that energy and release it, instead of walking around with all that radiation in you. You like a walking fucking microwave, man, with all of this shit, man. And not to mention all of the things the information that you consuming. You watching all of the tabloids about Puffy and Jay-Z and all of these niggas that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? That they want to show you now, and as a distraction from you, to keep you from going inside, because they know how to get you niggas' attention. They know how to get your attention. They know you gonna watch this shit all day, every day, and not do the necessary work on yourself. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, there's something here that's magical, that's powerful, and it's about to unfold and show itself in a magical way. But if you looking out there, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. You better start looking inward, and you better do it now. It's the winter season, it's the solstice, and this is the time of going within. This is the time to die. You have to die and let the new you be reborn. You're afraid to let everything die. Things have to die down, and this is that season. So I just wanted to bring that message real quick, man. It was something that came to me, and there's more to this, and I'll be back with another one, man. Oh, make sure you hit the subscribe. I need another subscriber. Go ahead and subscribe. Again, I'm just delivering the message. That's all I do, is deliver the message. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here for nothing else but to bring you the information and bring you the message. Yeah. So if you resonate with it, go ahead and like the video and also share it. Share this. Share this on your social media, in your groups, whatever. Just share this. You know what I'm saying? And don't hesitate to drop a comment. Don't be scared. Drop a comment. But anyway, man, this God Ausere. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.